to start their new unprecedented post-royal life.
It was revealed that Meghan and Harry are going to be splitting their time between the UK and Canada during this period of transition. So they set their sights on Vancouver Island, where they spent a lot of the time over the holidays.
Life in Canada was pretty peaceful for the most part compared to living in London. They were in a friend's $14 million mansion in Vancouver Island, taking a lot of walks with Archie, spending a lot of family time together, doing yoga, being as healthy as they possibly can be.
Canada is somewhere that Meghan's very familiar with. She used to film in Toronto, but I think it's a place that she felt safe. This wasn't the spotlight of London, and they just needed somewhere calming, somewhere that they could get their thoughts together and really also heal their mental health, I think.
So what are the predictions for the couple's next steps?
It's brand new territory for them to be trying to find a way to basically earn money. And, you know, when you are the Prince of England and the Duchess of Sussex, it's like you have to earn a lot of money in order to keep up that lifestyle and to live independently. It's going to be a really interesting road ahead.
The last round of royal engagements were in March. They're officially stepping back, and they'll no longer be using their HRH titles or Sussex Royal. But I think the world is their oyster right now. They can pretty much do anything that they want. And both of them are very smart. Both of them are very talented.
Harry and Meghan's next steps in terms of their careers is anyone's guess.
Who knows whether we might see a Meghan Markle clothing range for one of her women empowerment charities. We might see a book deal maybe, although various ones of those have been denied so far. We also know that Harry is involved in a TV project with Oprah for Apple TV, so that will be announced at some point this year, I'm told.
We've already seen that Meghan did her first voiceover role for Disney, and the check was donated to a charity for elephants. They're definitely going to be cashing in on their celebrity status.
There's no way they're going to be penniless. They are going to have offers coming through the door. We saw Harry and Meghan recently in Miami at this banking summit at JP Morgan.
We thought they were going to be laying low. Suddenly we got the news that Harry and Meghan were sitting next to J-Lo and A-Rod at a star-studded event for JP Morgan. And there are rumors that Harry earned $1 million for giving a speech at that event. It's not a bad paycheck at all, especially for your first time outside of the royal family.
People are going to be offering them deals left, right, and center, but they still have to have composure and remember where they came from, because ultimately they don't want to disrespect the monarchy.
The Sussexes don't need to rush into anything, as they have an estimated joint net worth of $30 million, so they can continue with the hiking and yoga sessions for now.
They're still extremely high-profile people. In fact, maybe even more high-profile now after stepping back from the royal family, and since making this bombshell announcement, they're probably more famous than they even were beforehand.
What do the inner circle of Harry and Meghan's world think of this?
Since Meghan and Harry have stepped away from their role as senior members of the royal family, what we are seeing is a completely new chapter, and really, as one source told us, uncharted waters. What Meghan's friends feel is that she's going to put her family first. She's going to put her son first. Her life as a mom is so important to her. And if everyone is chattering around her about, but what about this? But she shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't be here. She shouldn't be there. That's something she's going to push out of her mind. I think an important thing to understand is that Meghan and Harry don't feel beholden to some of the rules that would govern William and Kate, who are in line to be future king and queen. We were told by a friend of Harry's that Harry the royal and Harry the person are two very different figures. And Harry the person wants to thrive. And I think that Meghan's friends and Harry's are completely supportive and thrilled for them, because it was hard to watch them feel so suppressed.
However, moving away may not have solved all of their problems. Even though Canada has stricter privacy laws in the UK, the couple issued a legal warning to the UK media after photographers showed the Duchess of Sussex holding Archie and walking her dogs in the park.
paparazzi's very controlled in Britain because of what happened to Harry's mother, Diana. There are a lot of rules, and they can't be chased around town all the time. But if they come to America, all bets are off. There's a lot of paparazzi here, too, and they're really interested in getting pictures of Meghan and Harry.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have left Canada, reports People magazine.
So People magazine has been covering the royals really since the inception of the magazine for decades and decades. We have incredible relationships, incredible access. We often know something is going to happen before the public does, before the rest of the media does.
According to sources, Meghan and Harry want to have a presence in Canada. It's a Commonwealth country. There's many reasons why that's beneficial to them to have a presence there. They expect to be in the UK frequently, but they also want to find a place in Los Angeles and have a presence there as well. Ultimately, Meghan was pulled back to Los Angeles. That's where she launched her career.
They are doing everything that they can to create a more peaceful life for Archie and for themselves and for their own sanity. They knew that they had to do something. We all knew that something had to give.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got their wish, but they didn't. They are still very much in the spotlight. I mean, there is a huge glare on them. Everyone wants to know what this new life looks like. And I don't think that's going away anytime soon.
A lot of people are wondering, will things ever be the same in this royal family?
I think we're seeing like a new age of royals, and it'll be really interesting to see what happens with them and how they forge their own path, not just tied to the royal family.
Never underestimate what your actions, your choices, and your resilience means to others.
They stood up for themselves, and in so doing, they really paved the way for future royals to be able to do that. I mean, their own son, Archie,